Centennial Committee meeting Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, have a roll, please.
Chairman John Cooper.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Caroline Gonzalez. Let the record show that Vice Chairwoman Gonzalez is absent from today's meeting. Member Sal Carey.
Here.
Member Adam Thompson.
Present.
Member Julie Keenan. Here. Member Kim LaCarey. Let the record show that Member Kim LaCarey is absent from today's meeting. Member Debbie Robinson. Here. Member Janet Applefield. Let the record show that Member Janet Applefield is absent from today's meeting.
Thank you. Okay, first up, so we have no minutes. Comments from general public. Any comments? Sure. Lori, oh, you did sign up. Lori Simpson. I do have the sign up, so welcome.
Okay. I'm here to talk about the drum circle, which I know originally you didn't even include that in your plans, but the Citizens Advisory Committee had been talking about doing a drum circle for a while, and we thought, why not do it during the Centennial? Oh, I forgot my address, 5006 Sunset Boulevard, Port Richey.
We know where to find you.
And so we were thinking we should do it during the Centennial, and I found a guy that will do it for us. His name is Ismael Delgado, and he does these in Palm Harbor and Dunedin on a regular basis. It's a family-friendly thing. They do drums and tambourines, and everybody just gets together. It's just a fun time together for the community. And we thought of doing it at the waterfront park. And originally this was going to be scheduled for the 17th on Saturday, but we're going to be going to the waterfront park on Sunday on the 18th, and I was thinking we should switch it to the 18th because everybody's going to be going there anyway. Why not keep it on the same day and have a reason for people to go, not just for a half hour of fireworks, but he'll do this for 1 hour or 3 hours. He originally he didn't say anything about a price. He just told me today he wants $150, which I'm willing to pay for myself. And I'm willing to set this up and provide waters and stuff for everybody. I have 20 chairs. That's all I have. But if we told everybody to bring their own chair, and if they have a drum, bring a drum or a tambourine. If they don't, he's going to provide extra. He's also going to provide other drummers that would come and help perform. So it is going to be an entertainment. And I can show you on my phone if you want to see what it would be like.
So it's already
I think it would
plans on the.
I think it would hurt the Johnny Cash part, though.
It's going to conflict.
It would conflict with Johnny Cash part, but and also we have it set up for the Centennial Festival, which is that Saturday, because it's a it's a parade with golf carts also, but it's also the children's festival. It's also the drum circle. So there's a lot of events happening that whole day as well, and got crafters, vendors, and stuff coming as well, food trucks. So the whole weekend is a big celebration.
Okay, because all I heard was there was going to be a parade, and that was it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, it's.
I'm fine with whatever day you want to have. I just thought it would have been nice to have it before the sunset and then before the fireworks. And I'm fine if you don't want to have it at all, too. I can just let him know. It doesn't matter to me.
I really like the drum circle. I know Caroline really did. Her and I are kind of working together on the festival part. She had a meeting, so.
So, yeah, go ahead.
He's fine with going either day, but
Did you have somebody at the drum circle?
Them.
they didn't. We didn't ask for any. There was not. It was not supposed to have a budget. It was originally I thought it would be free, but he just told me today that he normally gets $150, and I said, "Well, I'll cover that."
For the 1 hour or the 3 hours?
Up to 3 hours. If you only want him 1 hour, though, he'll only do 1 hour.
So I don't know if that's the right place to talk about it, but I think since you're here and all that, entertain questions back and forth on that. So if we talk about Saturday and Sunday, Saturday we have the parade, and we've also got that's when all the booths and stuff will be set up in Waterfront Park for the vendors and whatnot. Now I'm assuming the drum circle would need a large area to do the drumming and all that, which in my mind would be better served to not have all those vendor tents and stuff there, which would impede that. I don't know how the layout's
I
going to
don't
be.
think it's no. Carolyn got that layout worked out. So
Well, where was it? Where are you thinking the drum circle would?
We'll probably need an area like this big around the, similar to this. That's what it shows on the video anyway.
Okay, so not a huge amount of space.
It's hard to say because it's the first time we're doing this event, so how many people even know? Some people don't even know what a drum circle is, but a lot of communities have them.
Yeah.
In Asheville, I went to one, and I didn't know what it was at the time, and my kids loved it. They were younger at the time, and there were like 200 people there. It's a big deal. It's kind of a hippie thing, but it's not a religious thing. It's not any kind of weird thing.
All right. So,
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
Well, so for me, just looking at it logistically, it seems like it would be better served to have it on Sunday. And kind of what I would think would be you'd have the concert, what time's that supposed to start now?
6 to 9.
So it's 6 to 9, so he's playing until basically sunset.
Just one 15-minute break. But he was going to entertain from 6 to 9. And then we just voted on last week to have the DJ back up in between. So I'm gonna have a DJ there. Then we're gonna have the concert, and then the drum circle. And then the thing is, they didn't have much entertainment for the festival, so that's why we thought the drum circle was going to serve more for the festival on the Saturday, because they were going to have like a DJ, play some music, but the drum circle was going to be part of that entertainment for the festival.
Okay, so
that was
I wasn't sure if it. So the Johnny Cash concert set 6 to 9 already. He's already agreed to that. So and basically that concert folds up. The fireworks start. Is that?
Yeah. Well, we have to look into that because this is a little bit different than July because the sun will be setting a little bit. We'll be setting a little bit earlier. So I think the last time I checked was about 10 after 8. It's going to be sunset, so maybe about 15 minutes after that. But then we can launch the fireworks, and he can finish up, or we're going to work the logistics as we get closer. But yeah, he was scheduled for 3 hours, one way or the other, with just one 15-minute break.
Okay, and so it's like,
and that's Sunday. And we were going to have. We got several vendors that we have to look over and approve. I just had a conversation with the Development Services today. We're going to try and cut off those applications by the end of this week, so then we can go through all the vendor applications and make sure that we don't have doubles or of vendors there. So we can separate that. And then, like I said, then we also have the firework contract was completed today, so that's moving ahead without any. And then, like I said, then we have a DJ in between the before and then afterwards. So in case all depends. Like I said, I got to work out logistics with everybody, but because I got to coordinate with the firework guy what time they want to launch, and the fire department work that out. So then I got to talk to both the gentlemen performing for the Johnny Cash show and the DJ. So there's still more logistics to work out, but that'll work as I get closer to May.
Is the DJ supposed to play during his break?
Yeah, during the break,
and then
announcements beforehand before he sets up. Because I think I got to see what time our start time was. I think our start time was 6 o'clock for the festival.
Okay, so then on Saturday, what time are vendors going to be there in the park?
We changed it from 1 to 9, so they'll be in the park around like 11, but they'll be set up and ready to go by 1.
Until when?
Well, 1 to 9.
1 to 9. Okay, that works out good then.
Yeah, we start at 6 p.m.
So yeah, the drum circle we were thinking of having it at sunset, which would put it about 8:15 somewhere in there.
Does it normally start before sunset, or does it start at sunset?
I think it would be good to have
7 to 9.
I mean, if I tell them 3 hours, we could do 5:30 to 8:30.
Something like that.
Would that be a good time?
Yeah, because that'll put us right after the parade, because we were talking about 5 o'clock, the 5:30 start for that.
Yeah. I think the benefit of that on Saturdays, we could do the longer one, obviously.
Yeah.
Whereas if it made sense to do it on Sunday, which it kind of did to me at first, because you have all the people there. If the Johnny Cash concert was ending earlier, and we had some time before sunset that we could do that, maybe an hour. But it didn't sound like that's possible. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
already kind of set.
we've got the festival set for the Centennial Day from six to 10, 6 to 10 at night. So, and then he was scheduled from 6 to 9. So with the 8 break.
Okay.
So
I definitely don't want to compete with Johnny Cash.
8:30 is probably more realistic as far as
To 8:30?
that way the parade will be done and everybody will be back in the park. Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of like the ability to have it a little longer,
Yeah.
Okay.
especially first.
And then does the city own any chairs? I can come up with 20 chairs. We can tell people to bring their own chairs, but I didn't know if you had any more, I could grab some and set them up.
these are the only chairs.
We have folding ones that we. I think.
I don't want those outside.
Those, unfortunately, we don't have like a bunch of folding chairs.
I didn't
One of
know.
the things I was always curious about, like why we don't have like sets of them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe look into buying them, but we don't have folding chairs or anything like that. This is it. So we can look into rent. We can probably we can call coastal rental and see how much it's going to be to rent chairs, which it should be a minimal cost.
Yeah, I mean, we have budget available. We
Yeah,
can-
and I can bring that back.
I mean, we could put on the flyer to bring your own chairs, and then I have 20 chairs I could come up with. I have 10 garden chairs, white garden chairs, and I've got 10 folding chairs.
Yeah.
So I can bring those and set them up, and then have.
People would you expect to,
It's hard to say. I don't know. You know, I'm going to try to tell everybody to come, but
does the guy have a way of advertising?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if once you get your flyer, he's gonna spread the word to all his people too that will come up from Pinellas County
Pretty sure it's done.
for it.
Flyers done. The flyers out.
It's not out front though.
That one's not out front.
Uh-uh.
It's on the website.
But it's done.
Facebook.
Yeah, the
it's
flyer is finished and it's actually on the website now. So.
Okay, so and it's okay if I bring a cooler of waters and everything for everybody, right? No alcohol, I know, but
there'll be food trucks in the park too, right?
Yep.
So,
Food trucks will be
so there'll be
there.
options. But yeah, we don't have the drum circle on the flyer though, right?
Give me a moment. No, drum circle was on that flyer for Saturday.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's already on there.
and
Called Sunset.
okay. So I'll tell him 6 to 8:30 on Saturday,
On the calendar.
the 17th.
There it is.
Right. Is that the 17th Saturday?
17th. Yes.
17th. Okay,
6 to 8:30.
6 to 8:30.
Does that work for?
And I'll bring 20 chairs. Tell everybody to bring a chair. I mean, some people will bring their golf carts, I would think too.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, I'll look into renting chairs as well and see how much that comes out to, and then you can just double check and see what you have, and if there's a shortage, you know, I don't think renting chairs is going to be a problem.
yeah, I think most people are used to bringing their own. So, is there any questions anybody has for me on that?
I think you answered them all for me. So.
Okay, all right, then we're set. I'll book him.
All right. Now, is he bringing drums or?
Yes, he's bringing a bunch of drums and people that play drums too.
Okay, so they.
So it'll be an entertainment thing. It won't be just one guy. playing.
Cool.
And he's bringing extra drums for the public. So if you have your own drum, bring your own drum or tambourine or whatever. But if most people, I don't think, have drums, I did buy several for us.
Yeah.
But
All right.
he's going to bring instruments for other people to participate as well.
Cool.
I'd probably recommend to scope out the area
Yeah.
that's near the dog park.
Yeah, I think that's
Because
kind of where
there's-
she set them
there's
because
gonna
it'll
be
be a
shade.
little bit. Yeah.
There's gonna be more shade there than doing
Yep.
it up on the
She's
hill.
already drawn up a basic plan, but she couldn't make it. She had a last minute meeting today.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for all your hard work on this. I think it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah. Thanks, Lori. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more comments from the general public? Okay. Come back to committee business. Item number 1, Centennial events budget discussion. I'll pass it over to. Oh, sorry.
Can the record reflect that I'm here?
Oh, yes. Let the record show that member Applefield
you.
has arrived.
Does she
In
have
the
to sign
house.
papers for that guy? Give her paper, like for him to sign his name or anything that he's coming? Volunteer.
Oh, volunteer. Do we need a just
Or vendor
Does he have to,
vendor
does he
type,
have to have a packet?
For which
for
person?
the
For the
drum
drum
circle guy?
circle.
vendor packet.
Probably he should definitely do either volunteer. Well, Well, we're paying him now, so it's going to be a vendor. So, yeah, he should fill out. Well, so we'll have something for him to fill out. Either fill out a vendor application or something, but we'll take care of it.
Because she said she was going to pay for it. Do we want to just take and pay that? There's no reason she should pay that.
No, she should.
Is there any objection to covering the, I think it was $150 cost?
No.
Any objections?
No,
Okay.
and we probably still have it in the budget. Well, I mean, even the budget that we have. So.
Okay, so it's already covered. I see. You don't think it?
I think.
Okay, well, if you need more,
It'll be
let us know.
close, But I think we'll be all right.
Can't let her do that.
Definitely. What was her name?
I'd let her.
What's that?
I'd let her.
I know you would.
Chairman, what was her name?
Lori Simpson.
Oh, that makes sense. Over a check.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll pass over the Centennial events budget discussion to you. You got some stuff for us?
Yeah, good afternoon. First off, we are working with Walmart to get $1,000. They're going to give us a $1,000 donation. We have to fill out some kind of grant information that's taking a little longer, so we can anticipate that coming maybe. Second off, I did add a part up here for the T-shirts and challenge coins that we sold. We sold one T-shirt, and actually we sold 3 challenge coins, so for a total of $45. And then today we had one other person sign up for the fishing tournament. So that went through today. So we have that, but everything else is pretty much the same on here. So no real big changes.
Okay. I see there's two fishing tournaments on here.
Yeah, so that should be 3. I just
So there's
put that. Yeah,
another
just
third one.
about right before I got here.
Okay.
Yeah. So it actually came in this afternoon.
Okay.
So there's 3 signed up now, and and then no more. I haven't received anything on any expo or anything like that. So
And so we got 6.
Can you tell me who signed up for fishing? That person's name is?
yeah, Donna Williams.
I thought last meeting we were up to 9 on the business expo.
That is 9. Yeah, there's 9 on there.
I see 6 and then
On the 6.
one flash. Oh, well.
The 50. I put the EXO 53 down there.
Oh, okay. There's another
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
So we got 10 then, right?
No, you have 9.
And
Well, what's the
I
flash?
think Caroline has one more.
The flash is there was 3
One-
sold during the flash, and then he had 6, so it's 9.
Well, no, there's a business expo flash 1, third item down, and then there's the other expo 50, which is 3.
Oh,
So
oh,
now
there's
we've got
10.
10.
Yep.
No, so I'm sorry. I should have took that out. I added that Expo 50. at
So
the bottom.
it's duplicated.
It's just
Okay.
it's duplicated when I changed that. So the names at the bottom, there's 9. That's all that we've had
Okay.
coming in. So
And then everything else. So Mayor's Ball 4. That's still accurate.
well, I'm going to take the one out. Lori Simpson. That $100
she's
still.
in there. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna get that paid out to her.
Okay. Yeah, nothing on the golf tournament.
And
I did share that out in 3 golf tournament groups out on Facebook. So hopefully that'll yield some interest.
The cutoff was yesterday. So,
Is there any chance to extend?
she'll give me a few days grace, but yeah,
The cutoff is
I got to give them a number, very quickly,
And what was
sometime
our?
the next few days. So, and I
what was our-
tried calling Ryan. He did not get back with me.
Well, how many were we supposed to have? 10 at
10.
least.
I think
yeah, he's playing on 25. Whatever. So,
We were planning on 25 at least, but the one guy that I have, he ended up having to have heart surgery.
Yeah.
That could have helped me pull a few more people, and yeah.
well,
You think just the price was a little high on that? You think?
No, that's a very, very reasonable price.
no.
$100 for golf and lunch and prizes. That's extremely reasonable.
is there anything upcoming that maybe we can go to and hand out flyers or do something like that to try and promote this? I don't know of any.
No.
We did it at the Chasco and all that.
Yeah.
Wasn't a really big turnout,
Yeah, Chasco was dead too.
Did was Ocean Honda going to have a team?
I have not heard from them as far as having a team. I'm actually still trying to get confirmation on the Mayor's Bowl as well, but they haven't reached out about having a team. I can ask them again tomorrow morning. But was that? I think that was comp to them though. That would just
Right. Yes.
It's comp, but,
yeah. So
but it would
that
still
would
count
come
as
out of the
Still
people.
count
budget,
as
but
team.
it'd be counted as team.
Yeah.
Right.
I know I could probably put a team together. I mean, I was planning on it anyway, but also we don't have any signed up,
Mm-mm.
right? And it's the 28th, correct? And the cutoff was yesterday, supposedly for the.
To get a number because they have to know whether they can stop taking, so they don't take any golf for that day, or
Yeah.
they can take it from here to here, or they only take it for, whether they need to know how long to
Yeah.
close their
Well,
rounds.
Is there a way to just find out if he can allow us a few more days?
Yeah.
So we can make one final push.
Yep.
And just say, look, we have to.
Where are we going to push it? Phone
Maybe
calls or
call every single golf course and, yeah.
Well, I was, like I said, I pushed it out to those groups. That's where tournaments go. Or
Did we
nothing comes of
put
that in a
prize
couple
money
days.
on the flyers?
What's that?
Did we put prize money on the flyers? We did.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't enough.
and it's a free car, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's not pulling anybody. Like even when we were talking to people at Chasco, they were like, "Oh, this is pretty cool," and I was like, "It's even a free car. Oh, that's neat." I
What's,
assume they expect not to make a hole in one. But still.
So we aren't going to meet again until the 22nd, which would be the Tuesday before it. That's probably
That's probably
too late.
Yeah, that's only 6 days. They need at least probably 10 days.
Call them and see what they can do for us.
and we paid
No, yeah.
we paid what 150 to
$200.
200.
But I guess it's just being able to get the word out. Advertising is. I don't think the chamber has done anything.
Well, it's on our website. It's been pushed
no,
out.
I
Groups.
Yeah, just like trying to put it out there, and I carried it around to a bunch of different places and put it in restaurants and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah. Well, what do we want to do on that?
Well, I still think that if you can,
I will.
if you want to pose a call to them in the morning,
Yep.
and then relay that information to Ashley to get back to us, like what is the latest deadline that he can grant us, and that way we can at least communicate via email through the clerk.
They're
Which is
pretty
not gonna be
flexible. I
enough.
mean, they would definitely give us a couple more days. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hear anything back in a couple more days. So, and also the golf course itself has been pushing it and stuff too. But I don't know if you've even gotten any phone calls or about golf.
I have not gotten anything about golf. I've had people call about the fishing tournament and the other ones, but not golf, no.
I mean, it's definitely been out there.
Mm-mm. Okay. Well.
Well, anyway, if we had Honda, your team, if we had one from the city,
I mean,
we're
that's
looking
only
at just
3 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, what's the chances of in the next 3 or 4 days getting 6 more teams together?
And let's, like I said, those people next couple of days respond at Facebook, those groups.
When did you post?
It was Sunday. Well, I think I did one. I did 2 Friday or Saturday, and then the other one I did yesterday. So,
But 10-1, you probably didn't tell them that there was, because we didn't know. I didn't. I forgot the deadline was already passed.
yeah, I didn't say it was.
So I think that if you go back on those
They'll
groups
definitely give us at
tonight,
least a few more days, but
if you go back on those groups tonight and say,
Yeah, I give
that-
last chance.
last chance, please.
Need to sign up
see if
by.
anyone
so.
kicks, and then I figure, if they grant us a couple more days, maybe by the end of this week.
But I mean, we'll have to put something out there like Friday or Saturday and just say.
All right, let's try that. Like I said,
Okay.
if we don't have enough, we just come back. We canceled on the 22nd.
Yeah, I hate to cancel another event, but
Yeah.
if we don't have enough, we don't have enough.
Yeah. Okay.
When I go to Cyprus, I can't even find a place to park. There's so many people that are golfing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of golfers, but it's just being able to come out on a Monday. And tournaments are a little tougher. Usually they're more like a business, like the business shuts down and they go out and have a golf day. You know, it's a little harder to pull together this kind of event.
Should we go there? Should I go there? Try to hand out flyers to some of the golf places?
Well, it didn't hurt.
People that are golfing.
Yeah.
If you close to the golf course, yeah, take some flyers over there. I mean,
Yeah, you just have to ask because some golf courses are iffy about that for another golf course because we're technically promoting another golf course. So most of them are okay with it because it's a city event, but some of them are like, I don't want that. But,
another question came up about like the Eventbrite, and there's all the events too that is out there. Is it possible to get our events on those? Do we do that? I don't know if there's a cost or not to Eventbrite.
I think she said there was no cost to put it on there.
Yeah.
I thought.
I don't think there's for all events either. I know all events reached out to me when the bowling tournament was happening, and I guess they found it and they wanted to set up an account. And I kind of went through that process, but then it talked about a city login or something. So I didn't know if we already had something. But all events and Eventbrite, if you want to do check the all events as well.
Can we get a press release to Pat? Maybe that might help.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help at this point.
Well, just
they're
even
a
the
week
stuff-
out from doing the next paper.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, even the stuff for May.
Yeah, sure.
You know, the city's going to
Because
conclude
they
their
definitely get-
celebration with this mayor's ball. and
I
big
think definitely if we haven't
celebration.
ready to push that out to them.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just it's a particular type of event. Because the car show is taking off. I mean, it's really taking off.
one thing with the car show is because he has all those specific contacts and he knows these people are going to show up in this area. And so, no matter what day or time it is. And it's also a Monday too.
And that there's no cost, for the patron for the car show.
Mhm.
I mean, they spend a few bucks at the for the vendors, stuff like that, hang out for the day.
Yeah, I imagine if we put a free round of golf for everybody, we'd have a lot of sign-ups.
Right.
Yeah,
I think even Matt would probably sign up.
$100 when it's normally
If
like
it's a free round of golf,
$70-80
he'd probably
just
sign
for a
up
round
too,
of
wouldn't he?
golf.
No. Are you gonna play? Well, there you go. There's number 2 on my team. Do you play?
I
Do
don't
I
golf.
play?
Yeah.
I do, but I'm not good at it.
Well,
But I mean,
that doesn't surprise
he
me.
kind of told me I had to. So I went out and bought me a new shirt.
Did you know?
Yeah, tank top.
Yeah,
I
nice.
don't leave often. Tank tops.
Okay, let's try to I'll push that out to these groups again, saying we need, if we're in danger of canceling the event if we don't get sign-ups. Maybe then people jump on it. Hopefully by the end of the week we have a few teams. So, okay. Anything else on budget?
No, I'll update this and send it out to everybody. What's that?
I have a request for some funds since we have some funds. The only thing that I need for our fishing bags is some snacks. So I need to buy like 2 or 3 boxes of like granola bars and cookies and chips, similar to what
Two.
you bought.
250, 300. What do you need?
I don't know how much they are.
What?
Have you already spent the 400 that's in there? Or?
Oh, and that's the other thing. Yes, I ordered the measuring sticks. They're supposed to be in tomorrow, but I don't know what the price is yet.
Okay, so we haven't paid for them. Your
Correct.
invoice. Your invoice for those.
I'll get an invoice for you. Yes,
How many did you order? Because
we ordered 15,
How many teams you got so far?
3,
3.
and not for lack of trying.
Yeah,
I'm thinking she might get a lot on the day of.
Yeah.
could be.
Most, they're going to get up in the morning, go straight there.
I've had several people call. There's 2 gentlemen that are trying to gather teams. They're part of, I guess, the fishing tournament world, and I told them they have until the captain's meeting to sign up. So they're trying. I told them they have until
Thank you.
then, the day before, but we have to have 10 teams.
Right.
And I'm sure you've
Thank
sort
you.
of talked to people
Yeah.
who's interested in
Mhm.
it. I can't see her not having 10 people.
Well, do you, as far as the bags and stuff you got, we, how many you got planned?
She's got a lot of stuff.
I
I
mean,
mean, how many am I going to make? Probably about 80.
80.
Yeah, because I'm going to give one to every fishing person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be like a lot of walking around the table, let me tell you.
Well, I just wonder
10
since
boats and
since
4
we don't
people,
know how many we're going to
that's
have
40.
or whatever.
That's only 40.
I mean,
Right.
we can invest in some snacks, but
Maybe
are
80.
we just going to be buying snacks for an event that may or may not happen? I don't know. Do you need snacks?
I do. That's the only thing I have left. I have water
Is that
bottles.
normal? I
I
guess
have
at a fishing
water.
tournament they give them snacks.
Yes. That's what I was told. I've been to all of the sponsors. I've gotten all the stuff from them. And so got water from the Wawas. And that's why I'm late, because I was over
Yeah.
talking to Devin.
Well, how much you think you need?
I don't know how much those boxes are.
You can go to Sam's Club and,
A box of chips for
I would say you can, $200 would get you a variety of like dry goods, like crackers, granola bars, things like that. So, and you can buy the large boxes. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
$200 should be more than enough to cover 80,
Okay.
80 different bags. And what I would do is that I would have the bags ready and make. I wouldn't make all 80. I would make maybe
I'm going
half
to make
of that.
about 50.
Yeah, make about 40 to 50.
Yes.
And then see how they come in, and if you
Right.
start getting more than, but that should be more than enough to cover. What was her budget set at?
400.
I,
200.
yeah, I make a motion to increase it to $200 and make it 600. I mean, we paid 150 for drums. I got no problem with getting people some snacks.
And we can always eat them at a council meeting, I guess.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Town hall meetings.
Right, yeah, we use them.
Yeah, they're obviously not going to go to waste.
Yeah.
If,
We got the swearing ceremony around the corner,
Yeah.
so
Right.
we could bring them there.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, we've plenty of time to use
second it.
snacks.
I got a motion and a second.
I second the motion.
Hey, Debbie,
Thank you.
any further discussion? Any public comment? Seeing none, put the vote all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, you got another $200 in there.
Thank you. So what do
So-
I need to do?
Well, that's what I'm at. I haven't had very many receipts. What's on here is the only receipts I've had. I know we have $1,800 for the whatchamacallit, but
I've
how are
got
we?
stuff I
Right.
can kick back to you. I got stuff that I got to send out to you.
So like originally, like I mean, I don't guess it's a big deal, but like if as much as we can, we need to buy it with either city credit card, or write a check, or let them invoice it so we can pay for it like that. I mean, it's probably not the most fiduciary thing to write everybody a check.
Reimbursements.
Right. I mean, when you're spending $40 here and $50 here, it's just. I mean, I'd rather if it's possible, we can purchase it with one of our credit cards, or even get invoiced like the rulers. You just send me an invoice, we can pay it like that.
Okay.
But I mean, I know things are going to happen. You have to go to the store or whatever, and that's perfectly fine. But
Do we have a Sam's account in the city?
No, we don't have a Sam's account, but we bought from Sam's before. Food is non-taxed anyway, and they'll honor our tax exemption anyhow. Do you have a preference, or can one of us pick up the stuff that you need?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
If you have
sure.
a preference of snacks, just let me know what they're going to be.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, if you don't mind
and
picking it up,
yeah,
that'd be great.
And it'll be ready by Friday.
Okay.
So
we can do it. We can do it from Walmart too. Do the curbside, pay for it, and have her. She can just pick it up if she
Yeah, we
wants.
can work that
And
out.
we can pay. Yeah, but I don't mind to cut checks for everybody. Especially like if you wanted to wait till the very end when it's over. If you had spent $600, you give me, I can write you one big check. But like piecemealing it, I just
Well, you already spent some money.
I have not.
Okay.
I've only ordered the measuring sticks, and those are supposed to be in tomorrow. That's all
You
I've
don't
ordered.
know.
But you paid for those?
I did not.
How are they coming in tomorrow if you haven't paid for them?
Oh,
They're gonna invoice us.
the captain who's helping me ordered them through his store.
Oh, gotcha. So we'll have an invoice he can.
Correct.
Well, I could probably pay for that tomorrow with a card too.
Yeah, I can write a check for the invoice, whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not.
If you're gonna get this tomorrow, just call one of us and we'll coordinate on getting it paid. The sticks, and then we'll see how much we're left with.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
a second. I just got a message about the golf tournament.
And if she wants, just send a list over. I can have Marie just
Right.
do it, pick
Yeah,
up somebody.
work something out.
It's just easier to pay for it with a card instead of writing checks for it.
I don't know if this is a scam or what, but that looks. Okay. It said he wants to sponsor our golf tournament. That's kind of strange. Okay. Maybe they're listening. Yeah. It looked kind of weird, but okay. Anything else on budget? Good. Okay. We will go on to item number 2, discussion on time capsule plaque. I'll pass it over to you, Sal, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so this picture is just one of many ideas for a new plaque for the time capsule. We do not have to go with this. I'm just looking for ideas on what to order, because I'd like to get that done as soon as possible. So the as you can see, this granite plaque, this particular size, is similar to the size of the one that's already out there. I was thinking of going with a material like this, thinking that it might last longer, similar to what they use in cemeteries. They seem to last longer than the metal, metal plaque. But I am open to any suggestions. I'd like to get this ordered. It's probably going to take a few weeks to get done. So I just kind of want to get basically a general direction on which way to go. This one particularly, like, you could put your information in there. I figure we put the Centennial logo on it. And say something like, May 18th, 2025, City Centennial time capsule, something like that. So just wanted to get everyone's thoughts so I can, proceed with a proof or something like that.
Yeah. Any objections to moving forward on this type of plaque?
Is this laying flat on the ground?
Yeah.
You could do one of two ways. We can either mount it flat like the one outside,
Right.
or they do make stands for them and put it on a small stand. The only thing is, I don't know. I'd have to research on the stand because I
think the flat is better, so we write it up in next person.
exactly. I was thinking the test of time. If the stand isn't solid metal, it can break, and then still gonna have to figure out something 10 years from now. That one out there has been flat in the same spot since 2002. I think if we just do it the same way, we won't have any issues. And hurricanes have come by, this and that, high wind, it's still there. It's just really faded, and like I said, it's just because of the metal, and I think that they used at the time. That's why I was thinking of going with a granite type of plaque, because they seem to last longer outdoors. But like I said, I can look for metal if you want, or go with this.
Is there things remembered? Is there a charge for how many letters you get, or how many words, or anything like that?
Basically, they just they go by the size. So this particular size is similar to the one that's outside, which was about $116, and it has room to put the logo on there and then the lettering. What I want to do is that if it's okay to go with this kind of plaque, the material, I'll get a proof done and then show the committee the proof, hopefully by next week, because I'll send an email out tomorrow morning and get this moving so I can get a proof, and then we can look at the proof and see if we want to make the words bigger or anything like that. So.
And then my last question is, what about colors? Is this the only color?
No, they have different. I think they have a lighter granite. They have different colors of granite. So I was going to go with something similar that would, that would match the logo and, and actually be able to be read. Um, they have dark, they have like a lighter silver granite, so, and like I said, I'll have them create a couple of proofs and we can go from there.
Any objections on move forward and getting a proof?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, all yours.
All right.
Okay,
We're still working on what we're gonna put inside.
correct. We have till the
Week before the
Yeah.
18th.
the Monday before, right?
I mean,
The
as far as what, I mean,
12th.
I would figure that if everyone was at least going to do a letter or something like that, that would go in the, capsule, and maybe like the last capsule, each council member provided a small item, that had a little history to it, like, the one cell phone and,
Right, yeah.
things like that. So, I mean, there's plenty of room. So, I think of, a couple page letter or how much you want to write is fine. So, and then something like that. But
Anything else on time capsule? Okay, moving on to old business. I do have one thing that came up. There was a question about the fishing tournament and kayaks.
Correct. I
Um,
was gonna get to that.
so right now the layout is it's $150 per boat
Right.
with 2 people or 4.
Four.
Okay. And so I think the question was, can you just have 4 kayaks for the same cost, or is it per kayak or
Correct.
whatever? So what was you thinking on that?
Four together is perfectly fine. They don't have to stay together.
Well, see, so I'm just thinking from a person on a boat perspective. If I've got 4 kayaks getting the same entry fee, they're able to spread out. They're actually, now if they all stayed right in a pod, that'd be one thing. But if they're spread out, they have an advantage, right? Because you got 4 people fishing
There's
wider
no way to
area.
monitor that though.
Right, exactly. So that would be the only thing.
I'm fine with that. If you would want to say, have the requirement that they have to stay together, that's fine.
Does it? And then I guess another thing is a kayak with one person fishing from it could have a reduced fee. I don't know if that'd be fair or not either. So
If they want
because
to have one person fish in a kayak,
you can
Yeah,
charge a
just
lesser
maybe just one person. They don't have 3 people.
because they have a disadvantage because they only have one person and they can't cover as much area because they don't have a motor and stuff like that. So.
Right.
But they have the
Or
same opportunity for the prize if they catch the big fish.
Or maybe you just use the same entry fee, but you only allow 2 kayaks in the team because then they're slower moving. There's only 2 as opposed to 4, so it kind of balances it out. Again, I don't know.
it doesn't matter to me, to be honest. And I don't know enough about it to comment on
Because
it.
right now we don't have the ability for, I guess, a kayak to enter, right?
We don't have what?
We don't have the ability for a kayak to enter. Why can't you fish from the shore and be in the tournament too, or are you got to be in a boat?
No, you said, not you personally, but it was made known that you can fish from the shore, that you have to go out in a boat.
Well, no, I don't think that was the case. You can fish from the shore, but obviously you're better off to be in a boat because it expands your area of fish. But you could fish from the dock and may land in the winter, right?
No, I didn't know that.
But I don't know if
the other way around.
I don't know what you all have been done logistically. I think it's boats. And traditionally, would be a boated event.
Correct.
So
I don't have a preference one way or the other.
I was like Adam. I told the guys at the kayaks they had to pay the $150.
did he seem like he was okay with that?
Did they say it was okay with that? I told him he's like,
Who, Terry? Yeah.
I said,
Yeah. Anybody else have thoughts on it?
I mean, I'd be okay with 2 kayaks. I mean, if they say they stay together, and any boat can hop up on the shore and fish the shore if they want. I mean, you're not gonna really catch big redfish out on, along the shoreline anyway. They're going to be a little further out. I mean, there's that random chance you would, but it's extremely
Yeah, on
rare.
land or in the water don't matter to me because once again, it's just going by the measurement. Of the fish. If someone thinks that they have a spot on land that they're gonna, catch,
Kill it from, yeah.
get a really large fish, that's their,
They want to pay the entry fee.
they exactly.
Yeah.
That's up to them. Which it kind of restricts that person fishing off land. A boater is going to have several times to go different spots,
Mhm.
whereas a person on land, maybe one or two, 2 or 3 spots at the most, but it's going to be harder for someone fishing on land, and if that's their choice, and I got no problem with that. The kayak thing, I'm a little confused on. If it's a 4-man team,
Well, it doesn't have to be a 4-man team in max.
Up to 4.
You
Yeah.
could have, so boat, one entry fee, you could have 4 people fishing.
Correct.
okay. So we're saying that if someone just showed up, one person, they want to go fish on their own, they would pay the same entry fee because
Yeah.
it's up to 4,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, either 1 or 2, but they still have the same chance. They can
Yeah.
throw that rod in
Well, the
Line in.
difference is let's say you have 4 kayaks. Let's say you open up 4 people, 4 kayaks, same fee. They could literally be in 4
for totally
geographically
different places.
located
Yeah,
places. It's an advantage.
that's a
Where the
big
other 4
advantage.
is they go around, but they all fishing together off the same boat.
Yeah.
Right.
So
2 would be a little less inhibitive.
I think if you open up kayaks, that would make sense to me if you reduce it to 2.
You're probably going to get hit with this on the day of.
Yeah,
So.
that's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
probably
go
just
down
better
to
be
the cabinet
prepared.
meeting the night before.
And the captain pretty much said all the ground rules. Who's helping you? He's going to explain all that.
Yes, he's
Okay,
doing all the
yeah,
ground
so-
rules, yes.
But I would say you cannot do a motorboat and a kayak. Like they wanted husband goes out on the boat and wife goes on the kayak. No, I would say because then he's got the whole advantage of being able to go anywhere, and she would also have the advantage of getting
Oh,
back
that
in
would
the.
be 2 separate entries.
Yeah, that would be
Absolutely.
2 separate
Right.
entries. Right.
Absolutely, right.
And,
Okay.
and really, at the captain's meeting, I'm assuming maybe they talk about rules.
Yes.
And so
Yeah,
there's-
That's
that
what
is the
that's
rules.
for. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so obviously the other tournament members would need to agree with that beforehand, that methodology. I
It's
think
almost like bowling, like when we have
Right, exactly.
and they lay everything out, and then
yeah,
everyone
hey, I want
goes,
to change this, want to change
Right,
this,
okay.
everybody agrees. So I think from a committee perspective, we don't really care how it goes off as long as the people that are in the tournament agree to it. If they want to agree that 4 people kayak can pay 1 fee, and I think that's as everybody agrees on that, it's they're the ones paying, they're the ones that stake for the prize.
Yeah, if you got 25, 30 people there, and the majority of them vote to say, 1 kayak a piece or however, then that's fine. I mean, to me, like I said, I'm not concerned about the ground rules. I'd rather
Well,
just.
that makes a big difference because if you have 4 people, for paying $150, you can't just say, "Oh no, now we'll change it." So we have to make a decision here as a committee to
Well,
say.
what I'm saying, I don't want to make a
not wait-
decision at the committee level that the people in the tournament wouldn't like, right? Because this is something that wasn't really advertised, I guess.
Right.
I didn't have the rules to post out.
So that's what that captain's meeting's for, is to kind of have a vote of the people in the tournament on certain things,
No, I think it's the other way around. I think you go there and you say,
You just find out what you're doing, and
these are the rules for this tournament. All the rules are different for different tournaments. Someone was telling me that he was in a redfish tournament where the winner was determined by the number of spots on the tail.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I think we go there and say, these are the rules, not ask them for their input.
Yeah, I would say up to 2 kayaks if they agree to stay together.
I think 2 is fine for an entry.
But I
for
don't think
kayaks.
4 kayaks would be reasonable at all.
Yeah.
Right. So I think 2 is
if
fine.
you're in
I'll,
two kayak teams, makes sense to me.
I'll
Yeah.
consent to.
So actually, so if anyone calls about kayaking, so two can be a team.
I am not here the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, but also to the point of kayaking, 2 people can go on a kayak, depending on the kayak.
Right.
So if you have 2 kayaks, two per.
Yes, I
Right,
can.
that's true too.
So you gotta
So,
think about
So you can do a
Yeah.
tandem, or you can do 2 individuals.
just 2 boats.
On a kayak, we'll allow 2 people.
right, and two boats, two kayaks.
And two
Like my
kayaks.
kayak
They
is
can be
just for me.
they can
one
be
person.
together. Well, do you want to do two kayaks of tandem? So then you have four people.
Yeah, but they're still at the same disadvantage because those can only go
Right.
like,
Correct.
fish two different spots.
Right.
So
So
I would say
two.
from a kayak perspective, you can have two kayaks
Correct,
for entry, and they can have four people if they're two tandem kayaks,
correct.
or they can have three
Two
people if
singles.
it's two and one.
Right,
You get two kayaks.
just two
However many
boats.
people you can get in your kayak, up to four.
I
Yes,
want to extend this to just say vessels because I mean, you know, you're gonna have people on sea dudes, you're gonna have people on jet skis. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people that
Oh.
fish however they want to fish.
Well,
So-
I mean,
and then let's say there's
the
people
back
that bring
of
in
that.
two small boats. I think maybe we should just say
No, because they still have motors on them, and even the Sea-Doo. I mean, the Sea-Doo can go faster than most fast boats. So,
Jordan,
it's
have those?
yeah. I would say that
So-
just
I have no
you
idea.
don't normally fish on this.
unmotorized
Jet ski.
boats.
I mean,
Two unmotorized.
kayak fishing is a thing, so
Yeah.
it's
But two unmotorized boats would be
I've seen people fish on jet
fine.
skis.
That would be my thing, and that's pretty normal for all the fishing tournaments I've been in.
So motorized, one vessel, unmotorized vessel, two.
Yeah.
That way,
You can have
around with oars
you
and
can
pedals.
have up to four fishermen in any of those configurations.
Correct.
That sounds fair. Me and Sal, we're going to row out our John boat and see if we can land a few.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to man the table. Promote other events.
We can have Adam be our dedicated rower.
Actually, I could do that.
Yeah, I bet you could.
Sell shirts?
I like
Okay.
Can we sell shirts then?
Yeah.
you can.
Sell shirts.
Not yet.
Well, we can talk about that as yeah.
So that's the only thing I had on a fish tournament. So does that cover?
Yeah.
That stuff. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Any other old business? Now something about shirts.
So we do have the shirts all. You know, I mean, if we can, for now that we have one of our tournaments coming up, I think that we should have the table not only promoting the events, but I guess we can sell the shirts and the coins at the table.
Mhm.
I know that the event that you guys just went to, when we advertised them, but now that this is actually one of ours, I think that we should man a table and do that. I don't think it'll be a problem as long as I can work out something with Adam for like petty cash or something, a minimal amount to at least cover for change.
Yeah.
But I think we should be able to do that and man a table to promote the other events that are coming up and to try and sell shirts because at the fishing tournament we may whoever shows up may want to buy a shirt at that time. So
We should be at the
wouldn't hurt to
captain's
try
meeting
and see how it goes.
I would say the captain's meeting and the tournament ends the next day.
So you have a bag of petty cash to do that.
Yeah.
I get a
Okay.
a couple or just one thing of big
One thing.
one thing of petty cash.
Yeah, just one.
Okay, I can do that.
I did get a picture from Matt that guy on a jet ski with a big old red fish. Actually, it's a red fish. It's a no, I think it is a red fish. Actually, yeah, it is a red fish.
So
So on a jet ski. So anyway,
I accept your apology.
he just he
That actually looks heavier than the jet ski.
he's got quite an outfit. I got to tell you. So I stand
Like
corrected.
fighting him, did it pull him off the jet ski while I was fighting it?
I did not know that was a thing.
Are we distributing shirts to the members, or do we need to buy them? Because I obviously need one for Saturday.
Why don't you tell
I need a
everyone
lot
just
of
tell me your
things for
size now, and
Saturday.
I can go grab you one. What-
Are they big?
Well,
They come from the little, small, medium, large. What normal shirt do you?
They don't run small, no.
No, they don't run small.
what are they made of?
So large.
Are they 100% cotton?
How do you know?
Because that's
Because they
size
shrink
we're
if they don't.
I was gonna go to maybe.
I have to go. Let me go get one.
Grab one.
Here, I'll grab it.
Thank you.
Is there any other old business? Okay. And then I move on to comments from the chair and committee members. I'll start with Member Keenan.
Nothing at this time.
Member Carey, two?
So
Or
just
one, sorry. Today. It gets to be one.
today, thanks. So just following up, the Mayor's Bowl invitations, were mailed out today, so they're out.
Oh, good. It's nice.
The digital versions will be done by tomorrow, so they'll get them electronically by tomorrow, everyone. And we've already sent some out electronically because they have an online form you have to fill out. Those were already sent, but the other emails will be sent out by tomorrow. So they're all out. Like I said earlier, the firework contract is completed and done. The fire department is already talking with the vendor to set up for that, for the Centennial event. I'm just trying to think of any other updates that I had to bring up. I think that's all I have for now.
Member Thompson.
I'm good, thank you.
Member Apfield.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Oh, sounds like she got a lot.
First of all, Sal, thank you very much for getting the flyers up at least Nick's Park. I didn't see Waterfront Park, but that was one of the things that the captain complained to me about. He's like, you have no flyers up at the park, so they are. So I'll tell him that. At EMC, we had a lot of interest of things, just to report back.
Mhm.
But CCA said they were going to post the flyer for fishing on her website, and also Salt Strong said they were going to talk to their members. They talked to someone yesterday from the Gulf Harbors Fishing Club, and he was going to send out our flyer to his members. So, trying to get interest. I also went to the Johnson Invitational after EMC and gave out a lot of flyers there, and they were also going to announce our tournament at the end of their awards ceremony. So let me see here. I need the check, that big check, the checks with the markers and a banner, and I need what else do I need? Does Ryan want us to put anything in the bags to advertise for him or anything?
I don't think they have anything.
Okay, because I have from all the other sponsors or the sponsors who wanted to participate. So you're thinking he's a no?
I can ask him, but I don't think they have anything that
Okay.
we're going to put in there.
And I have to talk to you, Sal, because there was a concern, the fact that they needed some type of dedicated post to a Facebook page, and I have no idea what he was talking about.
Who needed?
This is the Captain Bill Rutherford from.
This is a post of fish pictures.
No, to post the registration form, because he said nobody knows about it.
The event is created on Facebook. The registration form is on the line.
Right, that's what I told him, but he said he says he belongs to all these fishing clubs and nobody.
Well, all he has to do is go to the city Facebook page, and he can share that event to wherever he's a member of.
Okay, I don't know anything about how Facebook works.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
Facebook,
the event's created on
I
Facebook.
don't know.
Just like the golf one, I shared it out to some groups that I signed up for the golf.
Okay,
Any of the fishing groups or whatever out there, all you got to do is go that, share the event, and it's the same event. So if somebody interacts with it on Group A, say, "Hey, I'm going," or "I'm interested," it all updates across the board. It's share the event.
okay,
You can share posts as well, but actually share the event. It propagates that event. Any interaction with it updates the main page where the event is.
okay. And I asked him yesterday where the postings go for the people who are the entries. You know, when they're submitting their entry for their picture or their video. I don't know where those go. So he has to let me know about that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works either. Do they
Yeah.
text them in, or they?
I don't know. I don't know if it goes to his phone. And,
We'll probably have to discuss that at the captain's meeting because,
right.
you know, they're gonna, you know, anyone who's gonna register or go head out that day is gonna need a phone number or, you know, something
Correct.
to send those
Right.
out
And
to.
we have like a passcode, a password so that nobody cheats. So we know that they won't know the password until the captain's meeting. So we know that they
Actually, fish.
they couldn't have fished, you know, last week and caught these big fish. And they also won't have our measuring stick, which has to be in the picture or the video also. Oh, and I need stickers to put on those as well.
When do you get the sticks
So-
tomorrow?
I can get it tomorrow, yes.
You want to know like the size that you have to put on it.
Oh,
You have to know the
I
size.
know. I'll have to
Yeah,
look.
so-
I'll have to look at the sizes. I think that is all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do they keep the sticks or do we get them back?
No, they keep their souvenirs.
Part of the entry fee. Part of the entry fee. Get a weather measuring stick. Member Robinson. Okay. I don't have anything either. So, is there anything else before we close? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We all.
Who got it?
Yeah,
Sal?
thank you.
Sal got the second.
No.
All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.